ladies and gentlemen, I'm Katie Stone, and this is Stone's Second Sense. Now, today we're going to dive into a silly little article about Hunter Biden. Take a look. Hunter Biden's indictment has put gun rights groups in an awkward bind. Should they delight in the indictment of a political enemy or attack a law they oppose? Oh, if only it were that simple, right? When news broke last week that Hunter Biden had been indicted by federal prosecutors for lying about his drug use while possessing a firearm, Gun Owners of America had a hard-line gun rights lobby responded with glee. Good, the organization tweeted with a clapping emoji. If his father wants to work with us to repeal unconstitutional gun control, our lobbyists will be at the White House in an hour. Until then, Hunter shouldn't get a sweetheart deal. And honestly, I'm right there with him. Think about it. We don't like gun control. We think it's nonsense. But if you, the President of the United States, is going to run an entire campaign to get reelected on gun control, why would we be okay with your son getting a slap on the wrist for lying on a 4473 and having a gun while he's under the influence of drugs? Why would we be okay with that? But anyways, let's continue. It was the most exuberant action of any gun rights organization to the Hunter news. A sign that most conservative opponents of gun regulations were struggling to square a political victory for those who dislike President Biden with the consequences of a law they oppose. But these groups appear to find common ground on a single message, and here it is. If there have to be bad laws, at least Hunter can be taken down by them too. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're at on this. In this article, and I'm going to link it below, this article the entire time is just trying to get at people who want to respect and take up for gun rights and be like, oh, well, if you really are a gun rights group and you really are pro 2A, then why would you be okay with Biden's son, Hunter, going to jail over a gun charge? It's nonsense. But let's continue. The three charges Biden's son is facing stem from a 2-week period in 2018 when he obtained and then owned a handgun while he was using drugs. 2 of the charges relate to his lie about his drug use and the application for the gun. The third and more serious charge relates to the possession of a gun while under the influence. So that's what he's there for. But listen to this. This is ridiculous. But according to the New York Times, actual prosecutions of individuals who have lied on their applications for guns are extremely rare. Prosecutions of a third charge are less rare, but are typically bundled with other criminal charges and are not pursued on their own. This is the kicker. Listen to this. This is their words. Hunter Biden never used the weapon, had no criminal record, and committed no violent act. A substantial percentage of those accused of lying on a federal firearms application negotiate deals that include probation and enrollment in programs that include counseling, monitor, and regular drug testing, the Times report stated. It is unlikely that Hunter would have been subject to this level of scrutiny if it were not for his public profile. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. They're trying to turn this around because they want to say that the only reason that Biden Jr., little Hunter Biden, is facing these charges is because he's the president's son. Which we all know good and well that if this had been Trump's children, little trumpets, they would have been used as a ginormous example. There would have never been the original plea deal. They would have been used as examples. I mean, they would have So it would have been rough. I mean, there's people that are saying, and they have in here, they're like, there's people speculating about how President Biden will let Hunter off the hook. When will Joe pardon Hunter? The editor of One Gun publication wondered out loud. It's really serious. And then you have Firearms Policy Coalition. These people crack me up. Very few conservative gun groups defend Hunter or adhere to their previously stated position that the law he was indicted under shouldn't exist. The Firearms Policy Coalition retweeted a tweet from August, offering, if Hunter is looking for gun lawyers to challenge the federal law he's charged with violating, we know some people. The thing is, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what it all comes down to. Do we think gun laws are nonsense? We do. But if we, the people, are going to have to be charged on these gun charges if we make mistakes like this, then why would the son of the president get any different outcome? Why is he not getting charged if all of us would get charged? And they're saying, yeah, well, that's because if this happens, then there's other charges also included. Well, there's other charges. This man's not just being charged with gun charges. Take a look. But yeah, it's absolutely nonsense. And I would love to know your thoughts down in the comments. Hit that like and subscribe button, and please have a great day.